to this beautiful space. Thank you for joining and for requesting to join the group. So as you can see, it's a very new group, but it's a very special group. And if you've read what the group is all about, I just wanted to emphasize how important it is for all of us to keep whatever comes up in this group very confidential, for respect towards everybody in the space. So I wanted to welcome everybody, including the last woman that have joined in. That is Samantha Bowley, Alki Sanders, Rosanna Newton, Veronica McCauley, and Melanie Hansen. So thank you for joining the group, and I really look forward to excuse me, my throat. I really look forward to sharing with you the techniques that I've actually learned and applied myself to work through clearing energy blocks. Now, I don't know your background. I don't know how much you know about spirituality. So this is why it's important for me to actually connect with you guys on a personal level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a space, or I'm going to open an opportunity for me and for yourself to have a conversation. It could be for 20 minutes, it could be for half an hour, I could go for however long we need to get to know each other and just have like a casual conversation, no strings attached. And this just kind of allows us to know, to get a feel of our energy, to get to know who we are and what we do, what we need, what we want to work on. And this is extremely important for me to know how I can best serve you, because I have a really wide level of knowledge, and skills and expertise, and I want to make sure that I know how to convey it in the best way so that it's easier for you to either learn it or to apply it on yourself, because it's really valuable info, yeah, and it will support you along the journey of healing. It'll really support you on your journey of your individual journey of healing. And the idea of me bringing this material to you is so that you can build your own independence when it comes to protecting your energy, when it comes to healing your own body. And there is mindset work involved there as well, you see. So you will notice as well that I do use elements, nature's elements, such as earth, water, fire, and air. And the different videos that I've done recently, I've been out in nature. And that's to show you as well the power of, connection with your own soul when you are out in nature, compared to, sitting in a desk or, being indoors. It's really quite extraordinary. So I would love for all of you to experience that. So yesterday I did a little video showing you, and I'm really sorry if there was a distraction there with a gardener coming through. But I was showing you how to awaken your Kundalini. Now, the Kundalini is a mothering energy. It's like a coil that starts from the base of our chakra, which is our first chakra, and it literally sits at the base of the spine in the sacrum bone. And when you have awakened your Kundalini, it helps you to awaken your self-realization. And that means that you can work on your subtle energies in your body and clear away the chakras, okay? So this is what we covered yesterday, was just a really brief technique that I used myself. And I'll be honest with you, I've been in yoga for most of my life, from really started when I was about 23, 24. I started the whole journey of meditation and yoga, and then obviously the more I built self-awareness, and I became synchronized as well with my energy and with energies around me. The level of knowledge got deeper, and it just grew. So it's a journey. It's different for everybody. I can say that I've learned this particular type of techniques when I came back to New Zealand after 4 years of living in Italy. And what it did is it gave me It allowed me to feel part of a whole, part of a collective, conscious group of beings, of people, and I really felt supported and elated. And this is where I learned that the power of letting go. I learned the power of not taking everything on our shoulders. And those of you that know, I've carried a very strong shoulder tensions for a number of years because of the level of responsibilities that I've carried throughout my whole life, and that was caused by the conditionings of my upbringing, religion, background, living environment. So what yoga has done for me is that it taught me ways of holding, of really mastering my own energy and learning how to work with my energy to heal my body, and to also learn to let go and to become detached from what was happening around me. So you know, a lot of the times we tend to be very caught up in the ego, and it's all thought patterns that can literally control our whole living existence. And it's not until we develop a channel where we create that gap in our brain, um, to be still, to hold ourselves in a moment of stillness, and I like to call it conscious awareness. Um, but you're really separated. So you start observing your thoughts, but you don't allow your thoughts to really dominate you. So it allows you to be very much in the present moment. And this is what supports you with your alignment as well. Because when you are in your present moment, you feel you are more connected with your emotions, with your feelings, with your spirit. And it's easier for you to listen to your inner voice. So for me, silence is really sacred. For me, I tend to charge my batteries when I have my quiet time alone, when I do my meditation, my inner work, my yoga, physical yoga. And as you know, we have energy centers in our body. A few that I showed you yesterday. They're very powerful, and that supports you from awakening that energy, that Kundalini, and we allow that way for the collective energy to work with us as well. So we are supported. We are always supported. It's just a matter of channeling through that energy. And I want to emphasize that because I understand that when we are so much embedded in our own thoughts and emotions, we do feel quite secluded and detached. And we do feel like, we tend to fall under victimization. We tend to feel like everything that happens, is our fault. So we do carry a lot of feelings of guilt, shame, and we tend to, and it has really severe repercussions, not only on it becomes detrimental on our physical, mental health, and emotional health. Not only that, but also it really affects the relationships that we have around us, and the relationships that are close to us, or the people that we love the most, because they become affected with our energy, right? So I'm all about really, taking responsibility for our own energy. So really empowering our own energy so that we can hold space for other people. And when we are clear and when we have worked through our deep-seated limiting beliefs or deep-seated wounds, it's a process. But what happens is in this process is that we start to hold space for people. It's quite crazy to describe, but what I've experienced personally is that when I found that space of stillness and peace within my soul, within myself, where in the past I would probably find it easier to get frustrated, to, create, be caught up in the drama, and backlash, when I finally reach that level of peace and stillness within me, what happens is that it's easier for the other person to see. So you kind of act like a mirror to themselves. So you start to see your own actions and reactions, and because you're facilitating that space. And I can share a little story with you where me and my sister, growing up, so she's 15 months older than me, and there's a lot of love between us. We are very different. We've been brought up differently from our parents, because of obviously our personality and because of their personality and and the relationships that we held. But what I always experienced with my older sister is that I always felt, you know, really, I've always felt like I was always, you know, like pushed away, or I always felt like she would always talk down to me. And the more she did that, the more I would kind of like fight back. And I was always continuously like, it was like a non-ending battle of continuing to like prove myself right and to defend myself. And it was so emotionally draining on my soul. And I'm talking about teenage years, you know, growing up. So obviously I'm older now. I have a lot of resources. I know my energy. I know myself. So I deal with a situation differently. But it was a phase of my life where I was very much into yoga and into my meditation, my own healing techniques. And my sister had come over from overseas, and I remember her, she just, I remember she took a reaction. It was such a sudden, unexpected reaction. And I remember just standing there, looking at her in the eyes, and I was looking at her like I was just observing her behavior. And the moment I observed her behavior as opposed to like taking defense, she she just looked baffled for a second. And then she's like, oh my God, I just noticed that whatever I said to you is because of it's something that's coming from me. Like I realize I just need to work on something on myself. And I just stood there in so much peace, so much contentment, so much just stillness. And I just thought to myself, because I was in a space of like really feeling like I was my own master of my life and my feelings and my body and and everything that we and all the steps that I took you through yesterday, right? Thanks to this Kundalini energy being awakened in my body, um, my sister was able to see straight through her own behavior just with my energy, my presence. Like that's freaking powerful. That is so powerful. So this is what I'm saying. When we do our inner work, we facilitate a space for people around us to really see, you know, their reactions and how it impacts us, as opposed to us putting so much energy. Because when we put so much energy, that becomes energy that is wasted, and then it takes a lot to get back, right? uh so yeah, so this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I will put a link so that you guys can book your call with me. I really look forward to getting to know you ladies and to understand what more on your needs and the things that you want to work on, things that you want to talk about. Let's just have it like you know, have a fun, you know, half an hour where we can connect. And for those of you that don't know me, I'll just give you a little intro. I should have done that at the beginning. So my name is Vanessa Mariano, and I'm the co-founder of Intuitive Health and Yoga. So I believe in combining intuition and also strategy to move through limiting beliefs and to move through energy catches that are still, you know, in parts in our body caused from past events that are still very much alive in our subconscious. So I help you to shift that through movement, mind work, and you know, connection, and and introducing you to different techniques that are very valuable to also, you know, hold within yourself so that you can work on your own, so that you become very independent with your own healing. This is about not creating codependence. This is all about, you know, creating independence and, you know, stepping into your own power. So that you can truly access, you know, a life of abundance and master your own emotions and connect and to know how to attract quality men in your life, to know how to keep quality men in your life, because the health of our relationship is always based on our inner work and how much inner work we've actually done with ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to share a link with you guys so that we can connect. I really look forward to meeting you. Thank you so much for being present in this space. Things are going to unfold very naturally, organically. So for those of you that don't know how this course is going to be managed, or I've decided to keep it at a very natural flow so that it grows organically. And I'm going to be channeling. I'm going to be channeling things and talking, bringing things up to you that I feel called to bring up to you. So just like today, it was really important for me to talk about energy. So later on, I wanted to mention that I'm going to be doing a little video and I'm going to show you a technique that I've learned myself that has really, truly, truly, truly helped me to protect my energy with the energies around me. And that's so important, especially because we're continuously surrounded by events, by sounds, by distractions, and by energies that we can easily absorb if we are not careful, if we're not conscious, and if uh, so this is why I feel it's crucial to be aware of our energy and to be aware of what sort of energies we allow in. Okay, so and a natural way of clearing as well the energy that we get in contact with. Okay, so I'm going to send you a lot of love and know that I am here completely devoted to you. I hope that you understand that in order for you to get results, it's important that you devote yourself to the group and that you do put into practice the techniques that I showed you so that we can be on the same page and so that you can experience your own growth and so that I can experience your growth as well um, as we move on. Okay, so thank you so much for being here and I'll see you later so that I'll be sharing the technique that I promised you. All right, bye now.